Hey folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Thursday, February 25th, 2016. Well, folks, take a look at Restoration Hardware Holdings. Absolutely demolished here today, down about 26.25%. Ugly, ugly day, but there is a silver lining, and I want to show it to you now on the chart. All right, first off, what you want to do here, folks, is you want to go to a bigger time frame. This just looks ugly. But if you go to your daily chart, let's take a look at that first. All right, the daily, the first thing that pops out to me as a pro trader is that you were all the way up above 100, and then basically in the last 6 months, you've crashed down to now $38 and change. That's a big drop. Oftentimes, historically, when a stock has fallen dramatically and then has a big gap lower, on heavy volume, notice the volume is huge today, that can sometimes be a bottom in the stock. Now, you just can't say, okay, well, I believe it is or I'm guessing it is. You want to find another factor, right? So you have a potential positive, the gap down after a lot of downside already, and the final flush out on volume. But now we need to find out if there's something more. To do that, we need to go to bigger time frames. So what we're going to do here is go to the weekly chart. And the weekly chart is very intriguing. All right, the main reason the weekly chart's intriguing is here's the big fall, right? Huge, unbelievable fall. But look at the support you're coming into and you've hit today. Look at this pivot right here, and right here. There's a ton of support starting to show up here. Put a trend line right here through this choppiness, through this little area right here, and look at what you get. All right, so as a trader, as an investor, as a swing trader, when I see this, I get excited. I do. Because it tells me that, sure, there could be a little bit more downside as hedge funds dump and, a lot of these funds that had this stock maybe are getting out. But it's probably closer to the bottom than not. Now, let's talk a little bit about risk reward. What's your risk? Let's say you buy right here at 37.70. All right, if you buy at 37.70, your downside is probably down here, right? This is your max downside, which is your next support. So assuming it doesn't hold here and just goes a little bit lower, you're looking at around $33. So you're looking at around 10% risk to this, maybe a little bit more than 10%, somewhere in that vicinity. All right, now what about the upside? Well, your upside, folks, off an oversold position is pretty dramatic. You have your first resistance. See this pivot low? On any sort of bounce, that's going to be your first resistance, and that's around $56. So you're talking about, literally we're talking $18, $19 upside. So downside, I have about $4 and change, give or take. Upside, 18 to 19. So in terms of picking up a small position, starter position, I think right here at this 37.65, 75 area is good. Add to it if it gets down to this low level. But in terms of risk reward, this is a very, and I repeat that again, very intriguing chart setup. All right, now again, remember, over the next couple of days, it's probably going to be a little wacky because there's a lot of, maybe there's margin calls and so forth. But once it filters out and quiets down, I think anything below this 37.75 level is probably a steal as long as you have a 3 to 6 month time horizon. You could be looking at north of $50 pretty easily. Okay? All right, guys. I just wanted to pass that along to you. I thought that was a really intriguing chart. Don't forget, guys, come to InTheMoneyStocks.com. You can check out our track record on InTheMoneyStocks.com. You see we have a proven track record, third-party verified now for literally, 6, 7 years since we've been in existence that have shown we have outperformed hedge funds, the best hedge funds out there with our calls. And again, we just continue to make our members here money. All right, and again, if you want a free trial, take the 7-day free trial to the Research Center. If you want options alerts, you can take the options alerts. Those are the two main services we offer that most people will be intrigued by. We also have a day trading service, a chat room, but again, that's more for day traders. All right, come to InTheMoneyStocks.com, take the 7-day free trial to the Research Center.